Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Continuing Education. I'm so thrilled to have you here. This is technically week 2 of an 8-week series. So let me fill you in just a little bit. I'm just going to pop over. I'll open up the screen that we're going to be working from. Oops. Okay, that looks good. Like I said, this is week 2 of an 8-week series. And continuing education is really important to all of us. So, myself and the entire team that I have the joy of working with, we wanted to make sure that you had access to information that would help create some curiosity beyond the oils that you got started with. So, if you're here, you already have a doTERRA membership and you have likely already received your doTERRA essential oils. That is what this class and what this series of continuing education classes is for. It's for you that have a membership already. So we won't be talking about baseline oils that you heard about in your 101 class. We're going to expand on what you learned from that class. So what you should know about this series is that our goal is to have you participate in all 8 modules. You don't necessarily have to participate in them consecutively, because what's going to happen is after we roll through our 8 topics, we're going to start right back at the beginning again with the same 8 topics. So if you happen to miss a week, just stay dialed in to whoever it is who's inviting you to this class. Stay dialed in and make sure you know when the class that you missed during the previous set, when you know it's going to be offered again. Here's why. When you complete all 8, the person who invited you to this class series has something special for you. It could be an invitation to a special event or a little gift. You have to hang out with us just to find out what that's all about. So in the meanwhile, we welcome you here. We're certainly glad that you have joined the doTERRA community, because if you haven't already experienced some of what the oils can do for you, you're really going to be in for such a treat when you crack those lids open and start using them in the way that they're intended to be used. And that's every day, many times a day. So today's conversation is going to be on nutrition and supplements. This is one of our favorite topics. So at the end of this conversation, what we would love for you to walk away knowing is that doTERRA has an entire category of amazing nutritional supplements. We would love for you to be able to identify whatever your personal health goals are and match that up with maybe 1 or even 2 of the supplements from the category that we'll be speaking about tonight. You know, we really love for you to leverage your membership. So now that you are a valued member of the doTERRA community, the whole reason your membership exists the way it does is to help you get discounted prices on products that are helping you live the lifestyle that you wish to live, with more vitality and more energy and just generally feeling better, right? So those are the intentions for tonight. Now, it's important for you to know each and every time you attend one of these continuing education classes, we are very aware that you are here because you're taking steps to improve something about your wellness. Maybe it's yours specifically, or maybe it's someone in the home. I don't know, but what our team has really dialed into and has really tapped into is it's important for us to share information about the products, but it's important for us also to share something else with you. And that is that there is a business opportunity with doTERRA. So we'll talk about that in every continuing education class, because what we know is this: you're showing up to solve a health issue. Maybe you suffer from migraines or digestive issues, or I don't know, achy joints or something along those lines. And that's precisely why we want you to show up, and we will help you find natural solutions to answer those needs. But what we've also as a team learned together is that every person that shows up to our classes, whether they're online or whether they're in person, they've come to do not only the physical healing that we just mentioned, but there's also an element that we don't talk about, which is financial healing. And almost 100%, I feel like it is closer to 100% than I'm saying here, but almost 100% of people can benefit from knowing about a tool or a solution that supports financial healing. So I hope you'll stick around at the end once we get through the nutritional supplements and lean in and listen really closely to the business opportunity. So my name's Rebecca. I don't think I said that at the beginning. I'm very lucky to be part of an amazing group of people who are superb educators and who are really committed to sharing the value behind plant-based medicine and all of the things, the community, the sourcing, the philanthropic work that doTERRA represents. So I'm in a very, very fortunate position. So I welcome you here tonight. I have two questions for you. You don't have to take yourselves off mute, but they're more or less for your consideration. Those two questions are, first of all, why are people around us? Why does it seem like they're always so sick? Secondarily, do you personally think that what we need for good health is coming from our food? So I'll give you a minute to think about that. Why are people around us so sick? And secondly, do you think we get what we need for good health from our food? I'd love to hear your feedback on that sometime. We know this. I think this is being educated at the elementary school level now. Kids are beginning to learn that nutrition is the absolute foundation of good health. And this is really where it needs to begin, educating at a very young age. What we all need to know, though, is that nutrition is responsible for the way we feel. I think you guys know this. You're here at a continuing education class. You're invested in essential oils. You know that lifestyle is responsible for the output that we experience in our life. So our levels of energy, our levels of mental clarity, these are all considerations as they relate to nutrition, and we know nutrition is absolutely foundational. So to answer that question, or I'll sort of summarize, to answer the question before, do you believe that we're getting what we need from our food in terms of our nutrition in order to be able to have increased energy and to have the mental clarity that we're seeking? I'm going to go out on a limb here and answer on behalf of our entire group. We're not getting what we need strictly from our food sources. And there's a variety of reasons for that now. A couple of them that I can call attention to are, one being that there are a number of contaminants in the food that we have access to. So pesticides and things of that nature that were designed to be able to provide us with good quality food are now compromising our health because they suppress our immune system and wreak havoc on our hormones, because those things were never intended to be in our bodies. We also, so organic is going to be the solution to that, but unfortunately the cost of organic for a lot of families is not always an option. Another thing is that the soil in which the food that we're consuming, that soil that it's being grown in, is so nutrient deficient itself that it has a hard time providing the level of nutrition that maybe our parents or certainly our grandparents were to experience from that exact same food. It's just void of some of the nutritional value that it once had. So it's difficult for us to reach that optimum level when it comes to our health and wellness strictly with our food alone. We need to be able to add a layer to that. Lifelong vitality supplements. This, if you learn nothing else from all of our continuing education classes, I hope that you walk away with the knowledge that our lifelong vitality supplements are absolute game changers in your life. Here's what I mean by that. Lifelong Vitality is a collection of supplements from doTERRA. So you see pictured here 3 bottles. When I reference Lifelong Vitality supplements, all 3 bottles are part of that particular name, Lifelong Vitality, or we sometimes will shorten it. You'll hear people talk about LLV. It is the #1 selling product SKU at doTERRA for very good reason. Because people experience exactly the things that we mentioned before: increased energy, mental clarity. It also helps support cardiovascular health and reduces inflammation in the body. These are all things that we would love to get solely from our food, but as we mentioned before, that's no longer really a reality for us. So adding this layer of support in the form of a supplement is a really excellent way to bring ourselves back to where we need to be. So the nutritional equivalent of LLV, or Lifelong Vitality, is like 12 servings of fruit and vegetables. Think about that for a minute. You wouldn't even, in our busy lifestyle, you wouldn't even have the time to sit down and eat the amount of food that is required to take in all of the nutrition that is required. So that adds just another reason to take a look at a nutritional supplement such as Lifelong Vitality. Now, I want to make sure that you are really clear on how important this collection of supplements really is. So if you're already a supplements user, you have probably spent some time in your favorite health food store. Maybe you've even talked supplements with your favorite practitioner, or you've done a lot of independent research. I would challenge you, and if, I would love to be proved wrong on this. Have you ever come across a brand that believes so deeply in the outcome of their product that they're willing to guarantee it? I cannot think of another brand that is offering that kind of thing right now. doTERRA does with the Lifelong Vitality supplements. And here's what I mean by this. It's marked right on the package. So I'm going to read you exactly what the packaging says. Because the reason I'm doing this is because I'm just trying to really hit home the point that these supplements are so powerful. They offer you that increased energy, the mental clarity, all of the things that you're looking for. And the company believes so deeply in it that they're willing to let you try the product in its entirety for an entire month, and is willing to give you all of your money back if you're not satisfied. Here's how the box reads: just 30 days to change your life, guaranteed. Purchase doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack through your loyalty rewards program, and you guys know what that's all about because you're members. Do it through your through your loyalty rewards program. Use it for 30 days. If you're not satisfied with the results, return your product for a full refund. Now, the side details of that is that you have to do so within 45 days of purchase. So, you're going to use it the way it is prescribed, and that is, 2 capsules twice a day of each one of those 3 bottles. You guys, there isn't another brand, there isn't another nutritional supplement out there willing to back their product in such a way. Imagine going to your health food store, buying the supplements that seem to resonate with you, use them for 30 days, and then try to return them once you've emptied the bottles. It's probably making you laugh thinking about what might occur in that situation. You're certainly not going to get your money back. That's the truth behind it all. So what you should know about lifelong vitality supplements, but besides what we've already discussed here, is that they're made from whole food sources. There are 0 fillers in these supplements. It's just a food source coupled with the benefits of therapeutic grade essential oils. The omegas are in a capsule, which preserve their potency even longer than what you would expect. Beyond that, what I would encourage you to do, if you're really kind of curious about lifelong vitality supplements, I would encourage you, and I'll probably say this on every continuing education class that we spend together, go to doTERRA.com. When you go to that site, you will notice that it has kind of like a Google search bar. It's a doTERRA search bar. Type in any product that you want to know something more about. It will pop up. If you scroll about midway down the page, you're going to see like a little bubble that says PIP. That stands for Product Information Page. Within that PIP, you're going to find the details of that product, probably going to answer any questions that you might have about it. If you're curious, maybe there's some details beyond what I've mentioned here about the money back guarantee. You will find all of that information. Now, it's also very interesting to note that if you, I don't know how this works in the US, but I know in Canada that a lot of times our benefits plans, if you have a good benefits plan, that oftentimes your benefits will cover quality supplements because they relate to overall health. You should know that lifelong vitality supplements have something called an NHP, a natural health product number associated with them, meaning that if you are in a position where your benefits cover natural health products, you might be in a position to be trying these supplements and having it expensed through your benefits. So that's something to consider. And it's, if your benefits don't cover things like that, I want the mention of it having an NHP number to mean something a little bit different to you. What that means is that this product is recognized as an effective natural remedy or natural solution for supporting increased energy, mental clarity, reducing inflammation in the body, and all of the other things that we expect from our supplements to deliver. Okay? So if you're new to the world of doTERRA, you're sort of new with your membership, maybe you haven't even placed an order since your original order, I'm going to make a suggestion right now before we even get into any of the other supplements. Put lifelong vitality in your cart. If you don't put anything else in there, that's fine. I want you to try this product. It's our best selling product. Not one single person that I've met who has used it has not loved what it has done for them. Okay, I'll leave it there. Now, we're going to move on because there are some other products within the doTERRA supplements category. Yes, Dan says here, can also be covered under the health spending or wellness acts on benefit plans, just so everybody knows. Thank you so much for that. All right, as we move on, I want to call attention to the fact that our guts are of particular interest, should be of particular interest to you, because all health begins in the gut. It literally plays the most vital role in our overall health and well-being. It's where, not just our physical well-being, but our mental well-being. If you've never really considered that before, I want that to be a consideration of yours now. 90% of serotonin, that good feeling hormone that's released in the body, 90% of that is created in the gut. And we don't often pay our guts enough attention, but if we were to draw our attention back to the gut, the results from an overall perspective would be monumental. So now that you've got lifelong vitality in your cart, I want to talk about another supplement that is phenomenal, that focuses specifically on the gut. It is called Terrazyme. It is a host of healthy gut enzymes that literally help break down your food. So as soon as we ingest our food, our I was gonna say gut juices. Let's just go with that. The juices in our guts immediately go to work digesting our food. It's processed in the gut, and sometimes some of the food choices that we make that difficult, make digestion difficult, and therefore we end up with symptoms that are oftentimes uncomfortable: gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea. There's a whole host of issues that can be associated with gut health. When a product exists that supports your body's natural digestion, I want you to give it some serious consideration. And when I say you, I mean you, and I also mean all of the members of your family. There's a really great experiment that when you get this product, this Terrazyme product, I want you to try this. You can make up a little bowl of oatmeal, and you guys know what it looks like when you make up oatmeal. It's kind of lumpy and bumpy, and you can almost taste the texture in your mouth before you even scoop it in. If you break open one of the Terrazyme capsules and pour it into the oatmeal, a really interesting thing happens. Even the lumpiest of oatmeal, it begins to break it down and liquefy it, which should be a visual representation to you of what it does when it's in the gut. That digestive enzyme is going to work, helping your body break down that food and offer it out in the form of energy. So, some of the things that cause an unhealthy gut, an unhealthy diet, that one goes without saying. And sometimes unhealthy can be not, sometimes we think we're eating all of the right things. It could just be a few odd choices here and there that really disrupt the way your overall digestion functions. If you're someone who, and I apologize for the coughing, I'm just myself getting over a little bit of a cold. So all of the talking seems to spur on a little bit of coughing. So I will apologize for that now. If you are someone who is using prescription medication, specifically an antibiotic, your gut flora has already been disrupted. So you need something like Terrazyme to help support a healthy gut flora, to help support the digestion and the breakdown of food. It is one of those critical things. And I'm finding that anyone who tries a product and applies that same product to a child, okay, Terrazyme, you can use these digestive enzymes with your children. You just break them open and mix them in their food, like I just described with the oatmeal. You really begin to see something special happen with children, because they're oftentimes I'm seeing unhealthy diet choices being expressed through the skin, sometimes in the clarity of the eyes, sometimes mouth sores, different things like that. As soon as Terrazyme, digestive enzymes, have been introduced into the diet, those symptoms are alleviated. It's a really powerful representation of how quickly and effectively a natural solution can work. So now you know that Lifelong Vitality Supplements, our daily supplement program, is our top seller. But you also now know about these digestive enzymes that could also be coupled with the supplements for really maximum performance in terms of gut health. Let's move on. And I should mention as well, we do have probiotics both for adults, and we have a probiotic system called PB Assist Junior for kids. It's hard on a video class to be able to emphasize to you how amazing the PB Assist Junior really is. For those of you who might be hovering, well, I was going to say around my age, but you don't have to admit that. For any of you who are adults, and I assume that's all of you, if you can think back to when you were a kid, there was a product on the market that we all seemed to like called Pixie Sticks. And it was like it almost looked like a little straw, and you would cut or bite the top of it off. And it was like powdered sugar. It was just so, so good. We all loved it. The PB Assist Junior reminds me so much of Pixie Sticks. It does not have sugar in it, but it has that same cool way to take it. Okay, so you rip the top of it off, and it's in a little packet. You just ingest it, and it has this super delicious flavor to it. Kids love it. In fact, they love it so much that my 3 kids, we actually have to restrict them and remind them that you're only supposed to take 1 each day. That is how much they're in love with them. So if you're in the market for something that kids truly, truly love and that you can rely on them taking consistently, PB Assist Junior is exactly what you're going to want to go for. So we've talked digestive enzymes, we've talked probiotics. There are still so many supplements in the doTERRA category. I want you to think just for a moment while I take a drink. I want you to think for a moment what your personal health goals are. Maybe they were the reason you got your doTERRA membership in your oils in the first place. Maybe you're still working towards that goal and you're looking for a little bit of support outside of exclusively the oils. Maybe it's sleep, maybe it's weight management, maybe it's digestive issues, hormone issues. There are a number of things, reducing stress. I want you to think for a moment and maybe jot them down or just hold them in your mind for a moment. And then we're going to buzz through some more of the supplements, and you can start to identify which one might be a great one to add to your cart on your next order. Excuse me, and begin experimenting and discovering what it's able to do for you from a health perspective. All right. Didn't give you a ton of time there, but we'll move along. I want to be really respectful of your time tonight as well. The first one I want to call attention to is our supplement, our deep blue supplements. This is a polyphenol complex. Basically, the person who is looking to invest in our deep blue polyphenols is a person who is looking to alleviate the symptoms that are associated with joint pain, muscular issues, what's another, like arthritic type pain. If you know any athletes who experience aches and pains before, during, or after a workout or performance of any kind, that is the person who may be deeply attracted to the deep blue capsules. It helps support muscle and joint function. It soothes occasional aches and discomfort. And you can use it with the deep blue oil. So if you just invested in oils yourself, the chances are very high that you might have started with one of our starter kits, because that's always like a really valuable way to get started. Within those top selling kits is the deep blue essential oil. Now there's also a tube of deep blue, which a lot of people seem to almost prefer over the little 5 ml bottle. But either way, these capsules can be used in conjunction to help relieve and provide some comfort for aches and pains and all of that kind of thing. Shauna says this is one of her favorites. It works so well. I couldn't agree more. And you know, before I move away from this one, I keep mentioning that it is joints and muscles and things like that, but I think it's almost all women on the call here. For the aches and pains that are associated with your monthly cycle, this is also a phenomenal supplement to integrate into your life, because that pain, I don't have to describe that pain to you, requires relief. So if you have the deep blue oil, you're going to massage that topically, but using the complex internally is going to help promote the relief of those symptoms that much quicker. So I know for many of you that one's going to resonate almost better than anything else. Okay, let's move on. Deep blue. So the adaptive capsules, this one is really new to our collection, guys. So back in September at our annual convention, doTERRA announced this collection of products. One was an essential oil blend, one was a roller bottle, and the other was this calming blend of capsules. They're all called adaptive. They're part of a system. The idea behind the adaptive capsules is that it calms and promotes really positive feelings. If you're someone who experiences stress on the regular, and it always makes me laugh to say that because all of us experience stress, then you're the ideal person for this, because sometimes our stress gets the best of us, can sometimes create anxious feelings, can sometimes take us from anxious to depressed. It can lead to a lot of emotional turmoil. So I love to introduce this one to you because it encourages mental wellness. You know, a very calm but alert state is the way I love to describe this one. So my personal experience with Adaptive is this. I am a very anxious traveler, and this past fall, I did a significant amount of traveling on my own. This would normally cause a pretty significant amount of anxiety for me, but because I decided to go ahead and give the Adaptive capsules a try, I not only felt very calm, but I felt very alert, which was very important to me because when you're traveling independently, you need to be alert. What I used to use in the past would calm, or sorry, yeah, it would calm me down, but it would calm me down to the point where I needed to sleep for the entire journey. So Adaptive has been just a brilliant solution. If you work in a stressful environment, these capsules may be exactly what you're looking for. If life, you know, it could be, I could name a million different things. If stress and anxiety are getting the best of you and you're really trying to protect your mental wellness, therefore your overall wellness, your physical wellness, this is something that needs to go in your cart. So there are 30 capsules in it, meaning that you could take one daily every single day, and it would offer you the support that you're looking for. Okay, I'm going to move on from that one. Turmeric, another new nutritional supplement from doTERRA, just launched to us, available to us in September, but it is worth you knowing this. doTERRA is very busy setting up healthcare clinics all over North America. It's a private healthcare system that will eventually find its way into Canada. For now, it's in the US. That said, it's integrative medicine at its best. It's mainstream doctors, so your regular GPs, blended together with alternative medicine practitioners, all with the intention to support you and your health in a very holistic way. There are moments where physicians who are approaching things from a holistic standpoint are at a loss for what to prescribe to you because they want to be targeted and they want to be solutions focused, but there isn't anything that exists in the market that meets the needs that they're looking to fill. Turmeric was a beautiful solution on so many levels. This is a product that is being used in what they call the Prime Meridian healthcare system. And now it's available to us to order through our doTERRA membership. This one is pretty phenomenal. It helps support a healthy inflammatory response in the body, which means that it's reducing inflammation in the body. It may help fight off free radicals and protect the body from oxidative damage. Basically, it helps support aging gracefully, is what that really means. It combines the complementary benefits of both turmeric essential oil with the joint support of curcuminoids. I always have to practice that one. Curcuminoids of turmeric extract in a unique and convenient delivery system. So they're super cool because they're the same size as a regular capsule, but on one side you can actually see the essential oil. It almost looks liquidy on one side and then powdery on the other side. That's a dual chamber concept that is very, very unique, and certainly highly, highly effective. So if you're the right person for turmeric, if you're looking to reduce inflammation, if you're an athlete, I know my husband uses turmeric every single day. If you're someone who is just looking to maintain overall health and wellness, this can easily be added to your lifelong vitality supplements as well. And we're going to talk about what a daily protocol looks like, because I know with all of these supplements, it may get to the point where you're like, geez, there's so many of them. How would you even go about taking them all in a single day? we will talk about that. You certainly don't have to take them all. This is why we're identifying your key health goals and pairing it up with a great supplement to get started with. In addition to your lifelong vitality supplements, friends, because there isn't a single one of us on this call tonight that shouldn't have lifelong vitality in their cart on their next order, okay? All right, Serenity capsules. I think the name gives it away. Serenity. This is our restful complex, and this has been around for a little while and has served so many people so well. If you are a person who needs to have a good night's sleep and you're struggling with achieving that, there is a natural solution for you. I know how frustrating it can be when you're not getting a good night's sleep or someone in your home isn't sleeping well. There are certainly a lot of options available to us. Not all of them, or very few of them, don't have a whole host of nasty side effects associated with them as well. So introducing Serenity Restful Complex to you tonight is a joy, because this goes in your medicine cabinet. You bring this out when it's necessary. It's going to help promote healthy relaxation and sleep. It's going to help you stay asleep, like in a deep sleep, longer. So it improves the quality. It helps calm the central nervous system down, because oftentimes what's happening when we're not able to go to sleep or we keep waking up is that there is so much going on from a mental perspective that we just can't slow our central nervous system down well enough to be able to get the rest that we need to be able to function at a high level the following day. So if you really are someone who needs to be refreshed, and I don't know a single person who doesn't have this from time to time, Serenity capsules or something that you might be really attracted to. Okay. This is a product duo that I have found myself in a situation talking about these an awful lot. Women, this one is for you. This is a combination. You can buy these separately. I shouldn't say that it's only a combo, but it is best taken as a combo. So this is the Phytoestrogen Bone Nutrient Complex. Can this be taken with lifelong vitality? Absolutely, it can. You guys, the one thing I heard Dr. Hill say once upon a time, and Dr. Hill for years was the chief medical officer. He has stepped into a new role, but still within medicine with doTERRA, but he had said, you know, it might seem like a lot of supplements right now, but you're either going to take the supplements now or you're going to take something later. And what he meant by that is when we don't take the time to take care of ourselves now with proper supplementing, good nutrition, good sleep, moving our bodies, we will inevitably land ourselves in a position where we're taking a whole bunch of pills anyway. And those pills will be designed to offset some of the symptoms of not taking care of ourselves. So if this seems overwhelming to you, because in the beginning for me, it did seem like a lot, I just want you to consider that comment that Dr. Hill made. Okay, so the phytoestrogen and the bone nutrients, this is important for women in particular, and women of a significant age variance. So the idea behind not just this supplement, but essential oils in general, doTERRA supplements in general, our goal is to help bring your body back to homeostasis. Our goal is not to swing your body one way or another in terms of its hormones in this case. It is just meant to support a healthy, balanced hormonal level. When your hormones are balanced, a lot is going to work out so much better for you. Your sleep, your weight regulation, you name it. Every system of the body will be impacted in a positive way when hormones are balanced. Supports healthy bones, heart, breast tissue, and other body structures and function as a woman ages. If that's you want to ask a few more questions about that, certainly ask the person who invited you here tonight, and they can explore that with you. MytoMax, a fabulous supplement, supports healthy cellular energy production, enhances stamina, mental energy, and efficient use of oxygen, supports optimal mitochondrial function, aerobic capacity, and stamina without the use of harmful stimulants. Okay. It says here, use as a healthy long-term alternative to caffeinated beverages. I take a lot of supplements, one of which is MytoMax. And I'll tell you, friends, when I run out of MytoMax, there is no question in my mind or my husband's mind that I haven't taken it that day. I am completely in love with this product and what it's able to do from an energy perspective for me. I'm one of those people who has a hard time around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My energy just dips way down. If I'm not taking my Mito 2 and my lifelong vitality, that shows up in a very big way. I have a difficult time bouncing back from it. So if energy, both physical and mental energy, are something that is required for you, something you have a keen interest in, MytoMax is the supplement of choice. Zendocrine complex supports healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. So again, relating this back to some of the key health issues that you wrote down at the beginning of our conversation, perhaps you're now starting to piece a few of these together and you're thinking, yeah, that's where I want to start. That's the one I want to add to my lifelong vitality supplements. Perhaps Zendocrine is the one for you. You'll notice this one if you participate in any of our team detox programs. Zendocrine is always one that we use to support detoxing the body in a very healthy way. New to our collection, Yarrow Palm Cellular Beauty Complex. I'll whiz through this one quick. It improves skin's firmness and reduces skin imperfections. It illuminates like nobody's business. So if you're in love with that J-Lo glow, Yarrow, not just the oil, but these Yarrow Palm capsules are going to be the solution, the answer for you. Promotes cellular health, promotes healthy metabolic function. Now, just to give you an idea of what a daily schedule could potentially look like, because we've just talked about an awful lot of supplements. If you were to invest in your lifelong vitality, plus a MytoMax, plus a digestive enzyme, plus a probiotic, here's how it would boil down. In the morning, you'd wake up, and a few other items here too. In the morning, you'd wake up, you'd take 2 turmeric, and you'd take 1 probiotic. Really get that gut moving. At breakfast, so that is to say when you're having your food, you're going to start with your lifelong vitality supplements, 2 each. Okay, and there's 3 bottles, right? So you're going to take 2 each. You're going to take 1 Terrazyme, which is your digestive enzyme, and 1 adaptive. At lunch, you're going to repeat the lifelong vitality. You're also going to repeat the digestive enzyme, and you're going to add that energy boost of the MytoMax. At bedtime, you change things up a little bit. You can use the Yarrow, which was the beauty complex, to Copaiba, which I didn't even talk about. Oh my goodness. Copaiba is, we have it in the essential oil form. You might be familiar with it, but it's now also available in the capsules. Really helps promote circulation, anti-inflammatory, basically gets all systems of the body moving at an optimal level. And of course, at bedtime, as I mentioned before, Serenity would be an absolutely perfect choice to end your day on a really, really positive note. So is it a lot to remember in the beginning? I suppose it is. Until you get feeling the results of using and investing in these types of supplements, the more you use them, the more it becomes just part of your daily health routine. You will not forget when you start noticing the way you're feeling associated with using these products. Just to give you a flavor for how to best use your membership, because you have a membership. So as I mentioned before, I would love for you to add lifelong vitality to your LRP, or what we call the loyalty rewards program. You're going to get points on that. Keep that in mind. Okay. You're going to get 60 PV. PV stands for product value. You can get those when you put the Lifelong Vitality Pack in your cart. When you add some of those additional supplements that we talked about, you're going to take the value of your cart up to, in this example, $185. That's going to be the equivalent of 133 PV. Now keep in mind PV, I know you learned about this in your 101 class, but I'm just going to remind you 133 PV is a lot of points. You're earning 10% if you're brand new. And if you stay on the loyalty program, every 3 months, that goes up by 5%. So in 3 months, you'll be earning 15% on the PV that you've spent, and then 20%, and then 25%, and it goes up to 30%. You could be earning 30% on your PV spend, plus getting your shipping for free, just for buying the supplements, that support your healthy lifestyle. So if you haven't already noticed what a positive thing this investment in your membership, let me remind you now, you just made a really wicked decision for your health and wellness. Okay, you've taken in a lot of information about supplements. And as I mentioned before, our intention is never to overwhelm. Our intention is to pique your curiosity. And I think now you know there's a lot of supplements to choose from in doTERRA. There's a lot. The one you're going to start with, though, is Lifelong Vitality. And then, as you match up what your personal health goals are, you'll know what to add on top of that. Serenity Complex, or the Turmeric, or the Deep Blue for pain relief, that kind of thing. So I'll leave that with you, because I think you're the best judge of how to best piece these monthly orders together for yourself. And the person who brought you into doTERRA with your membership is always going to be there as a resource for you. Now, I did mention that we would talk about the business. Financial healing is a big part of our overall healing. Now, don't get all panicky that, we want you to join the business with us or anything like that. Of course, we would love that. But I think it's more important for you to know that doing the business in doTERRA isn't really what you think it is. You're going to love these products. You probably already love your oils. You start adding supplements to that and people start noticing the difference in you. They're going to ask what's up. That means that you're going to share your experience with them, and you're probably going to show them how they can get their hands on these products themselves. That's doing the business. That's a doTERRA share. Okay, it's literally that easy. There's no need to think beyond that. So enrolling some friends or family, you know what that looks like? That looks like them getting started on the lifestyle path that is of most interest to them. But it also means, in most cases, that what you're spending on your essential oil usage or your supplements usage each month, that cost is being covered. So wouldn't that be cool? You're using the oils and the supplements that you love, and you're not paying a thing for it. All the while, excuse me, all the while you are sharing this out with other people as well. So typically when I say that your product is being paid for, that usually looks like you're spending about anywhere from 3 to 5 hours either reading about the products or sharing a little bit here and there. Maybe you have someone come and teach a class at your home, you were the host. Things like that. That gets you into position to be able to earn your essential oils and your supplements for free. And it brings you to a point where in most cases you've reached what we call elite. Elite is a foundational rank in doTERRA. It just means that you plus all of the people that you've been sharing with, when you combine all of that together, between all of you, you're spending, or your combined orders are 3,000 PV, product value. If that becomes more and more attractive to you, and you start paying attention to how easy it is to share with friends and family, I'm going to tell you that the next evolution of that is you creating a supplemental income for yourself. I know so many women who have stepped into doTERRA who had no intention of doing this for any other reason, but then to use the products themselves. And then the next thing you know, they've got this nice little supplemental income coming their way. It means that they're typically spending, about 10 hours on the business, and they're enrolling friends and family, which I mentioned before is super easy. It's just a little bit of sharing here and there. And in a situation where you're creating supplemental income for yourself, chances are somebody else has noticed that you're earning a little bit. Maybe it's a sister or a friend, and you invite them to do the business along with you. Okay. You don't have to know anything about anything to start a doTERRA business. You just have to have a willingness to use the product and a willingness to partner with somebody who probably is the person who enrolled you with your membership. You just have to have a willingness on both sides of that. You can also get to the point, here's the next phase of the evolution, you could completely replace your income. So for those of you who are listening who don't love the work that they're in, maybe you have really noticed that you are in fact very underpaid for the work that you do. Maybe you're tired of requesting vacation time because you're tired of giving someone else the power to control not only your earning potential, but also dictating when you're allowed to spend time with your family. Maybe that is not sitting well with you anymore. I don't blame you. You're the kind of person that needs to consider another option. Another option being something that you already love. So replacing your income would look like 15 to 30 hours a week. You're enrolling people on the regular, so 8 customers or so, and you're finding people to do the business with you. I'm going to throw this at you. So the rank of diamond is a rank in doTERRA that a lot of people sort of set their sights on early in the business. Everybody wants to become a diamond because it really represents an opportunity to access time freedom, but it is also an opportunity to really tap into some financial freedom. Now, I don't know what anybody out there is earning, but I wonder how it would feel for you to earn what a diamond is typically earning in this business, which is on average 16,000 US dollars a month. I wonder how that would feel for you. What would that mean in your life? Would that create the time freedom that most of us crave? Would that create the financial freedom that a lot more of us crave? The combination of the two things, right? So if you are someone who is ready to move into the next phase of your life, you're looking for a new career path, or maybe you've just really recognized that your purpose has always been to help other people, that your purpose is rooted in natural medicine or other things that are natural. Your purpose is to create a legacy of healthy people who enjoy life, who are living with vitality. Then this job opportunity or this career opportunity is something I'm going to really encourage you to consider for yourself. We help you baby step your way towards it, of course. There is an abundant and limitless source of support within doTERRA. So I'm just going to buzz ahead. Yeah, I think that might take us to the end, guys. I should mention this, if starting a doTERRA business is something that sort of feels good for you, it's worth knowing that there's several ways that you can get paid just by bringing people into your business, talking about it with friends and family, for example. If they were to say, you know what, yeah, I do love these products, I want to get some of these in my home, and they were to invest in one of the starter kits, which is probably how you started also, you earn 20% on that. And you get that within the week of that person being enrolled. We call that the fast start bonus. There's also an opportunity for you to earn beyond that fast start bonus and create that residual consistent income for yourself. Okay, I'm not going to get into all of the details here because I feel like this workshop has really provided you with a ton of information, almost too much information, but I know as a member you're craving more information. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is this: no matter what you decide to do, continue using your oils, you will be supported. Start sharing the oils with what other people, you will be supported. Start doing this as a business to supplement or replace your income. You will be welcomed into a community of people that are so like-minded and who are so motivated and focused on continued growth. You're really going to feel at home in this community, truly. We have all of the tools available to us, broken down in a very granular way. So if you're someone who likes to know every single little detail, it's available to you. It's absolutely available to you. Or you can wing it like some people do and create a business that is completely of your own creation using the doTERRA products, of course. So I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you for making time to come back and learn beyond what you learned from your Essential Oils 101 class. I want to thank you for choosing doTERRA, because by now you know that it's not the same thing to say, I use essential oils. If you say I use essential oils and then you say I use doTERRA, those are two completely different statements. doTERRA is in a class completely on its own in so many different ways. So I encourage you to really recognize the awesome choice that you made with this product brand. We're always here to support you. Next week at 8:30, we will dive into yet another continuing education module. Remember I said the goal was to have you participate in all 8 modules, not necessarily in a row, but over time you would collect all 8 modules. And if you missed one, the next time we repeat the classes, you can always pick up the one that you had missed before. When you get all 8, or when you watch these, there's always going to be like a code word or something that you're going to want to remember, so that you can go back to the person who invited you here and say, yeah, I watched episode 1, 2, 3, and to be able to prove that you were here, you need to know what the code word was. They're going to ask you for that. So the code word for continuing education module 2 is the word grapefruit. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then when you chat with the person who invited you here, they'll know exactly what you're talking about, okay? So thank you so very much. Continue to take really good care of yourself. Always carve out time to add something new and something beneficial to your life. I'm so glad we got to spend this time together. Thank you for your time. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 8:30. Thank you, everyone.